Hello YouTube, Flashlight Enthusiast here. There are some flashlights that when you take a first look at it, you absolutely know what manufacturer produced it. Take for instance Emister Noctigon flashlights, you won't mistake them. So is the situation with Haikelite. They are bulky, ugly looking and offer great performance in turbo mode and nothing else really. I get the impression that Haikelite just took one single form and changes the LED a slightly head size to match the different models. Today I like to show you the HK05 with 5 SFN60 emitters and boasting 30,000 lumen output. On a side note, I really like Haikelite flashlights for their performance and I got this one from Neil's Gadgets. If you are interested in Haikelite flashlights, that's definitely a great spot to source them, and with our special coupon code Flashlight Enthusiast you can get 15% off and also support the channel. Without any surprise, Haikelite comes in this cardboard white box with some serious caution to be responsible when playing with your flashlight. Inside the box I found out user manual, this time also in English, which is really nice. A Type-C to Type-C USB cable, but also regular USB to USB-C charging cable, a quality shoulder strap, and 2 spare O-rings. There is also an option to get it with batteries, however it wasn't my case. So here is our HK05 flashlight. Luckily we've got the engraving on the tail cap, so we exactly know what model it is, but I didn't notice that before, but they also got the H engraved on the head, so you won't miss them from any other brands. Sharp edges obviously everywhere, as you would expect from Haikelite, this cheap looking switch. However, it is definitely a solid build, you can feel the weight in your hands, so that you could expect nice performance in turbo. There is this really shallow knurling that gives you nice grip, and there are definitely a bunch of different cooling fins to dissipate this heat. Charging is done via the built-in USB-C charging port without any issues of different cables, and you've got them in the set as well. The rubber sits good enough to my taste. And here on the business end we've got really nice reflector with quite deep 5 orange peel reflectors built into the one, and down there perfectly centered 5 SFN60 Chinese emitters. Unfortunately definitely on a cool whitish side, around 7000 kelvins, but there are different versions of this flashlight, also 5000 and 3000 K if you are willing to sacrifice a bit of power. There is also a glow gasket here underneath, so definitely a nice. What I would like to show you is the irregular anti-reflective coating on my sample, which is quite a shame, but it is definitely here, the glass is present, so well, let's do not criticize too much, shall we? Stainless steel. Bezel here obviously to protect the precious reflector and glass, so everything is built up to industry standards. When you unscrew the tail cap, you will reveal a nice set of small threads, anodized, lubricated with O-ring, and you will see the plain board. To access the batteries you have to unscrew it from the head side and reveal different set of threads, also lubricated, anodized, O-ring sealed, and 3 different batteries. For this test I use the Samsung 40T. Bear in mind that you have to have the button top cells, as there is a physical ring down there to have the contact, so unfortunately you have to use button top or some kind of flat top with adapter. There are 3 plain springs down there, and the battery compartment is fully metal. Once you screw it down fully, the Haikelite will display purple to indicate the connection is stable. Once you turn on the flashlight, there's a battery indicator under the switch with blue, flashing blue and red indicators. And yes, HK05 has also built-in powerbank feature to charge smaller devices from your flashlight. It will display available voltage through the standard battery indicator under the switch. UI is really plain and simple. 1 click to turn the flashlight on, 1 click to turn it off. When in the stepless dimming mode, you hold the switch to increase and then decrease the brightness, which is quite easy. Double tap for turbo mode, double tap again into the strobe mode, double tap again to SOS, and so on. One click to turn the flashlight off. When the flashlight is on, you triple click to toggle between the stepless dimming and stall mode. In a stall mode, you hold the switch to cycle between set modes, and in a stepless dimming, you have infinite mode brightness adjustment. And there's also a lockout mode. You hold the switch around 3 seconds until you have a blink from off state, and now the flashlight is fully locked out. Hold the switch again 3 seconds to unlock it, but luckily you can also unscrew the battery tube slightly to have it even more securely locked out. Here are my Lumen measurements of the Haikelite HK05. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. So here is the turbo runtime graph of the Haikelite HK05. As you can see, I measured around 23,400 lumens and starters, quite impressive from 5 LEDs, and we still got over 21,313 lumens after 19 seconds, mind you, so quite a quick step down then over the course of 15 seconds to around 3,000 lumens, with flashlight achieving only 36 degrees C, so definitely lower than I would expect. And as you can see, then we've got nice linear output decrease over time. However, we go from 3000 lumens after the step down to around 500 lumens after almost 2 hours before the flashlight turns off, so you will definitely not see this with your naked eyes. And flashlight body did stabilize at 66 degrees Celsius, so be careful then. Overall, another Lumen monster from Haikelite. I was expecting a little bit more throw out of these LEDs and such deep reflectors, however it is more like a floody thrower rather than a throwy fladder. However, it turned out to be a general purpose light with ugly, cool whitish tint. Luckily, an SFN60 LEDs are domeless, so there's no tint shift there. However, if you are a tint snob like me, definitely try to order something warmer. And despite Haikelite assuring you that it can hold 4500 lumens, the linear brightness decrease over time is present here, so forget about flat output regulation, which is unfortunately the case in most Haikelite production lights. Nevertheless, the linear decrease is quite slow, so you won't be able to see it with your naked eyes. In my view, my sample has definitely some thermal issues, as it does step down at only 36 degrees Celsius and can heat up as high as almost 70 degrees Celsius. So be careful, guys. Nevertheless, if you're willing to sacrifice some build quality and flat output regulation for a nice, cheap SFN60 monster, then definitely look no further than Haikelite HK05. You will have plenty of fun with it, I'm sure. With that being said, please let me know about your experience or questions about the HK05, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to support the algorithm and not to miss any future videos that I release. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.